Las Vegas Aces vs. Caitlin Clark. Indiana Fever live updates, score, highlights. The WNBA regular season heats up as the Indiana Fever host the Las Vegas Aces in a highly anticipated matchup on Thursday, July 24. The Fever will be without Caitlin Clark, who has been ruled out of the game against the Aces due to a right groin injury. This will mark the 12th regular season game that Clark has missed. Ahead of tonight's game, the Fever announced Clark underwent further medical evaluations earlier this week, which confirmed no additional injuries or damage. There is no timetable for her return, however, as Clark and the team prioritize the All-Star guard's long-term health. The Fever are aiming to snap a 2-game losing streak after their recent loss to the New York Liberty. All-Star Kelsey Mitchell led the Fever in scoring in the loss, recording 29 points, 2 rebounds and 2 assists. The Aces are currently enjoying their first 3-game winning streak of the season, after an 87-72 defeat of the Atlanta Dream. 3-time MVP Aya Wilson led the team with 24 points and 12 rebounds, while Jackie Young and Dana Evans contributed a combined total of 28 points in the victory. Here is how to watch the Indiana Fever take on the Las Vegas Aces tonight. Indiana Fever. To relaunch Stranger Things Special Edition jersey. End of Q1. Fever 18, Aces 18. It's a low-scoring affair between the Fever and Aces so far. The Fever led by as many as 8 points in the first quarter, before the Aces closed the deficit and tied up the game, 18-18. Jackie Young has a game-high 6 points for the Aces, followed by 4 points by Aya Wilson. The Fever have been frustrated early on by the whistle. The Aces had 11 free throw attempts in the first quarter, compared to 2 for the Fever. Aaliyah Boston, who has 4 points, and Sophie Cunningham, who has 5 points, are both in foul trouble early with 2 fouls. Kelsey Mitchell added 2 points. What time is Las Vegas Aces vs. Indiana Fever? The Indiana Fever will host the Las Vegas Aces on Thursday, July 24 at 7 p.m. Eastern Time at Gainbridge Fieldhouse in Indianapolis. Fans can watch the action on Prime Video. How to watch Las Vegas Aces vs. Indiana Fever. TV, stream. Time: 7 p.m. Eastern Time, 4 p.m. Pacific Time. Location: Gainbridge Fieldhouse, Indianapolis. Streaming: Prime Video. Local TV: WTHR Channel 13, Indianapolis, Vegas 34, Las Vegas. The game will also be available to view on demand on WNBA League Pass after it concludes. Stream Aces vs. Fever on Prime. Is Caitlin Clark playing today? Injury status vs. Aces. Indiana Fever star Caitlin Clark has been ruled out of Thursday's game against the Las Vegas Aces. Clark will miss her 3rd consecutive game due to a right groin injury suffered in the Fever's win over the Connecticut Sun on July 15. Thursday will mark the 12th regular season game Clark has missed this season due to injury. There's no timetable for her return. Fever relaunch Stranger Things Special Edition jersey. The Indiana Fever are donning alternate uniforms inspired by the Netflix series Stranger Things. Stranger Things, which is set in the fictional town of Hawkins, Indiana, will stream its final season on Netflix in 3 parts starting on November 26. The jersey will also feature Demogorgon claw accents and 011 on the waistband, referencing the character 11, portrayed by actress Millie Bobby Brown. The Fever first wore the jersey with the Stranger Things font in 2021 and has plans on wearing the jersey in home games on July 30 vs. the Phoenix Mercury, August 9 vs. the Chicago Sky, August 12 vs. the Dallas Wings, August 26 vs. the Seattle Storm, and September 9 against the Minnesota Lynx. Scooby Axon. The T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas is pulsing with energy, but there's a different kind of electricity in the air. The Indiana Fever step onto the floor without their star, Caitlin Clark, who's sidelined for the 3rd straight game with a mild hamstring strain. Fans still wear her jersey, hold up signs reading, "Come back soon, number 22." But tonight, it's about survival. Without Clark, the Fever are facing the defending champs in their house. Las Vegas is at full strength. And that means one thing: Aya Wilson is ready to cook. The Aces come out with intensity, blitzing Indiana early with a 10-2 run. Chelsea Gray is surgical, threading passes to Wilson, who seems to live at the rim. Indiana looks rattled. Without Clark to stretch the floor or break the press, Fever guard Kelsey Mitchell is forced into hero ball, and it's not working. Small blue diamond highlight. Wilson backs down Boston, fakes left, spins right, and finishes through contact. And one. The crowd erupts. Microphone Becky Hammon, between quarters. We're hunting mismatches. We're playing with purpose. The Fever adjust. Rookie Grace Berger steps in to run the point and surprises everyone with her poise. She hits a pull-up jumper, dishes a slick no-look to Aaliyah Boston, and Indiana finds a rhythm. Boston, battling Wilson in the post, puts together a string of tough baskets. It's physical, gritty, and emotional. The two former number 1 picks are locked in a heavyweight battle. Small blue diamond highlight. Boston draws a foul on Wilson with a drop step. She pounds her chest as the Fever bench rises to its feet. Megaphone halftime note. The Aces' lead is cut to 10. The Fever aren't folding. Whatever Becky Hammon said at halftime, it worked. Jackie Young lights it up from deep. Wilson continues her domination with a soft mid-range jumper, then swats a layup on the other end. Chelsea Gray is a maestro, with 9 assists and 0 turnovers. The Fever's offense sputters again. Mitchell can't find her rhythm, and the absence of Clark's spacing is painfully obvious. Indiana turns it over 3 times in 4 possessions, and Vegas punishes every mistake. Small blue diamond highlight. Young hits a corner 3 in transition. Aces bench explodes. Timeout Fever. Studio microphone, sideline reporter. This is why they're champions. They don't just win, they suffocate.